Just fluffing up the beard. I don't like having a beard. Curl the mustache. So today's video, hi guys, is about effective online vegan activism and vegan elitists, or vegan hipsters if you want to call them such. So yeah, I've been vegan. We'll do the online vegan activism first. I get in a lot of online vegan discussions, debates, arguments, and I really don't enjoy them at all. You're refreshing your browser again and again to see if your sparring partner has got back to you and to tell you how much of a knobhead you are. And I've just got out of one, which is why the topic's fresh in my mind, which wasn't like a rude one. The guy was quite respectful, but it's frustrating because this particular guy writes so much and you have to read through it and then, respond, or you seem like you don't have a response. And I always have a response. When you think about it, when you're not in the argument, veganism is so obvious, to people that are already vegan, that we have the logic and we have facts and we have reason on our side, and you think any argument would be such a walk in the park, but you have to actually do the walk. You have to do the time, and it takes so long, and it's so. I just find that like that atmosphere of a argument so hostile. I just really don't enjoy doing it, and perhaps and it's hard to know, is it effective? The people I argue with or discuss with, whatever you want to call it, I suppose it varies. I define an argument as something where basically it's an argument is a discussion that wasn't productive. An argument is a discussion where there's like up to emotions are uncontrolled and perhaps they get hostile. So an argument is never something I would seek to be in. If any discussion I've had, even I don't know if it's ever had a direct result that the person I'm talking to has decided that I was right. I don't think I've ever seen that online. I guess it's so easy. Humans all have pride, so it's quite hard for people to say, oh, hold my hands up and, you're right. But I've never seen that personally. So why do I do it? The thing I don't like is I don't like challenges to veganism being unanswered, because, I want to just continue to put the idea out there that veganism is a rational and appropriate belief system to hold. So whenever I see anyone knocking veganism online, I always feel compelled to stand up for it. And like I say, the people that end up coming out of the woodwork to attack me or confront me or take issue with anything I've said, and I will take the time and I will respond, and I don't enjoy it, like I say, but I do it because it's the people who never comment or like or do anything, the potential spectators, and we just don't know. Are there any? I don't know. But on the chance that there might be, I don't want veganism to come off the worst in these discussions, so I do feel compelled to continue with them. I wish I didn't feel that way. I really don't want to do them anymore. But I just don't know if they're effective or not. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that issue. So my second point is about what I call vegan elitists or vegan hipsters. This is people, and you probably know some, in real life or online, people who aren't really motivated by increasing veganism, by growing veganism as a movement, but are perhaps using veganism as an exclusive club to label themselves as a vegan, to patch up some self-esteem or confidence issues. That's my diagnosis of it anyway. You get people who want to redefine the word veganism to suit their own agenda, or who are rude, hostile, unwelcoming to new vegans, or overly pedantic about the definition of veganism, or I'm trying to think of an example now. It is a big problem. So many people that bash vegans, they're just talking. The people they don't like are these elitist, unwelcoming vegans who aren't being productive for the movement. But I was on Facebook recently, and there was a. Don't worry, because I'll cut some of this waffling out, so there'll be no issue there. There was a video, and someone was wearing like a jacket that looked like it was wool, or had a wool hat or something like that. And someone picks out like, oh, that hat's wool, and then someone else said, well, that might be a hat he had before. It might be fake wool or something like that. And it wasn't good enough for the guy, to he's like, no, well, you shouldn't be promoting wool. And it's just when you have that, it's just whether or not you think that, by sharing that, it doesn't come across well. So you have to think about, what is my motivation to put this point of view out there into the world, into the public sphere. If it's just to say, like, I'm more vegan than you, then think about that. Is that something that is helping veganism, or is that because you have a self-esteem issue and you're using veganism as a label to patch up your fragile confidence or ego? It's just not helpful, and it doesn't grow the movement. So, to me, growing veganism is the main goal, because veganism is like a magic bullet that's going to resolve a lot of the world's problems. So it has to come first, before ego. And so, always, it's not that you should be fake, but you should think about what are the implications of what you say? How will what you put out there in the public realm, how will it be interpreted? You can't know everything, but you can know if you're going to come out and like slag someone off because their hat wasn't vegan enough for you, or I don't know. I just trying to think of more examples to make the video slightly more fact-based than just me talking shit. But that's what it is, guys. That's what it is. So yes, if you've had problems with vegan elitists, or you have any stories to share, feel free to share them. I'd love to read them. Any thoughts on the other subject of online vegan activism and whether arguments are worth having, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Please do all the biz, that I have to promote. So yeah, that's it really. So thanks everyone.